I'm Todd, coach of NoLimitsTriathlon.com, and welcome to the August newsletter. So we're making our way through summer now, and we have about 3 and a bit more weeks to go, and then we're done. So it's been a busy summer. We've really enjoyed it so far. I hope you've had a good summer as well. We've had athletes racing all over. We had races in Wausau, Coeur d'Alene, Boulder, Austria, Calgary, Whistler, and we're not done yet. So upcoming, we have Ironman Coeur d'Alene. We have Stu. Stu is going down to Coeur d'Alene to do his first Ironman, which is pretty awesome. Mark is going down there to do his second Ironman of the summer. He just did Whistler with me a few weeks ago. Yeah, I think he's crazy too. Jonah's going down there to do his third Ironman of the year. And then we're off to Mont Tremblant. We have Anthony doing Mont Tremblant, and later on is Ironman in Wisconsin, where Eric will be doing his second Ironman of the summer too. He also raced in Whistler with me as well. So it's busy. It's awesome. I like seeing my athletes doing all these races and going to different cool places. It's fun for me as a coach and for me as an athlete, seeing where they get to go and seeing how the races are. And it's really, really neat. For me, I'm done. So I'm not doing any more triathlons for the summer. My racing is over. I just did Ironman Canada a while ago with many of you, and it was a lot of fun. I just had a blast. And for me, I was very happy with my result. During the day, I thought, you could always do better. But looking back at it, you go, you know what? I did a pretty good job. So I'm very happy with my result. I was lucky enough to finish in the top 100 for my 13th Ironman. And I got to say, you know what? I'm happy number 13 is done. So unlucky 13 or lucky 13, however you look at it, I'm glad it's over with, and nothing really went wrong in my 13th, except for getting stung by a wasp. But that was kind of minor, so I didn't swell up too bad, so that's okay. This weekend, I'm super excited about Tim. Tim is off to Dublin, Ireland, where he's competing in Dublin 70.3. So that's his home country, and it's going to be fun for him to take part in that. And yes, he is racing in the 70 to 74 age category. Crazy, right? It's just so awesome. So Tim, if you're watching this, I wish you the best of luck and hope you have an awesome experience. What else is coming up? We have the Apple in Kelowna. That's fast approaching, and I know Tim has his sights on that one for his last race of the year. Challenge Penticton is also happening at the end of the month, and we're going to see Travis and Scott head down for that one. Like I said, my triathlons are over. You know what? I had an email, I think it must have been this week, and Charlotte said, Todd, I'm going to do an ultra marathon in Canmore in October. So let's change things up. We need to change my running schedule so that I can get ready for that race. And I was like, okay, we can do that. And I thought to myself, you know what, October, I looked at the calendar, I'm going to do that too. But I'm not as motivated as Charla to do an ultra. So what I'm going to do, I went to the website, I checked it out. It's called the Grizzly Ultra, and Tony puts that on, Tony Smith. And I saw that you can do it as a relay. I'm like, hey, a relay, that's not so bad. You can do it as either 2-person or 5-person team relay. I don't really want to do a 5-person. So Ian and myself, we're going to do the 2-person ultra marathon. What could go wrong, right? I think, you know what? We're in the fall in the mountains in Canmore. I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So I think it's going to be good. Hey, if you want to join us, come on, let's go. Let's get a whole bunch of people doing this Ultra Grizzly. Now, I'm sure many of you don't want to do the full, but you can do a team. So get 2 people or 5 people together, and let's all go out there and have a really good time at this Ultra. It looks like they have big crowds for this event, so I'm excited to head out there for the first time and do that. You know what? When I finished Whistler, and this happens to me all the time after I do a big race like that, is I'm so excited for the race. The race happens. The next day you're still excited, and then the next week you're like, I'm done. And your energy level just kind of drops a bit, and so you just I stopped training for a bit to give myself a really good chance to recover. And I think right now I'm at close to 3 weeks from it. and I'm finally getting my energy back. And I find that I get a bit down. Some people call it the post-Ironman blues. And I find the best way to get rid of the post-Ironman blues, the reason why I think I get blue is that I'm done my big race and then I have nothing at all on the horizon, so I don't have any other races. And so you know what I did? Like, I think it was like just a few days after the race, I did a training ride with you guys on the Saturday, and I had no plans for anything. But during that ride, I thought, you know what? I'm going to do Ironman Canada and Whistler again. So 2017, I'm going to do that race again. And then I decided, you know what? Let's plan all the camps for No Limits too. Let's get those out of the way. And so I picked my key race, which is Ironman Canada and Whistler, and I picked the camps. So here are the camps that we're going to do. So again, the way I run the camps here on No Limits is I put out all the camps that we want to do, and you as athletes come tell me which ones you want to do. You sign up for them, and those are the camps that we're going to roll. So the first one, and I've already got a bit of a kind of a loss for word response for people wanting to do this race, is Puerto Rico. That's going to take place on March 16th, 19th. It's a very short camp. So we basically fly in, do a couple of rides, a couple of swims, a couple of runs, race, fly home. And bada boom, bada bing, and we're done. And so that one's going to take place in March. I like that race a lot. The swim it's warm, it's non-wetsuit. Yeah, I know you're kind of in the ocean. I'm sorry, but it's a lagoon. So it's protected. But it's still salt water, so you're going to be a little bit buoyant. The bike is pretty flat. It can be hot. Last year was in the 30s, high 30s. Not high 30s, high 20s, low 30s. And the run is spectacular. It is hilly, but it's spectacular. And it's my favorite run, I think, that I've ever done. So I want to go back and do that. Second camp I'm really kind of excited for is Mallorca in Spain. And the way I see that one working is we'll go down there. It's going to be from April 8th to the 13th. And we'll go down there, train for 5 or 6 days, and then at the end we'll do the Mallorca 70.3. You guys know that's how I like to do the camps. We do training and then racing at the end. And to me, it's a great way to get out there, train, race, come home, and you have a new t-shirt to show off. The third camp would be Wildflower, which is in California, and that would be from May 1st to May 7th. Oh, I was just trying to think if there was a conflict. I think it's between Mallorca and Wildflower. So those two cannot work together. I'm just trying to think. I think it must have the dates wrong. Anyways, two of those can't run at the same time. The fourth camp would be Hawaii. I'd love to go back to Hawaii to do the Hawaii 70.3. That's May 29th to June 3rd. If you will never qualify for Hawaii, and that's going to be many of us, I know it's very difficult to get there, but if you want to race on the Big Island, this is the next best thing. I've raced here, I don't know, 4 or 5 times now, and I absolutely love it. You get Kona coffee. You get fish tacos, swimming with the turtles. There's not much better than the Hawaii 7.3 camp. That camp, if the momentum goes, it fills up quick. The maximum houses I could get would be 2, which is not that many people. So if you want to go to Hawaii, let me know. And the last camp we're going to do is in Calgary. That will run for sure between July 7th and 9th. And that camp is fantastic for getting yourself ready for the 70.3. or an Ironman in the summer. So by doing that, having my Ironman set out, having my camp set out, I'm like, yeah, now I'm good. I know what I want to do in 2017, so now I can dream about what I'm going to be doing. So when I'm training, I haven't started training yet. I'm doing very minimal training right now. I'm just letting myself get recovered. So I haven't run yet. Actually, I did. I ran once with the dog around the lake, and it was like 2 kilometers or something. So that was it. Summer classes are coming to a fast end, which means the fall classes will be starting up very soon. Okay, so this is what we have on the schedule for the fall so far. We're going to do a Saturday bike brick class, and that's going to take place in Prentice, and that's going to be from August 27th to October 15th. We usually have really good falls here in Calgary, so I think it's going to be, last year worked out really well. Riding with those colors out there, oh, it's fantastic. It's going to start at 9 o'clock. None of this crazy 7 nonsense. It gets too cold, right? It's going to be, there'll be 2 classes canceled, September 3rd for the holiday and October 8th because we're all running the Grizzly Ultra, right? Yeah, so those 2 dates are canceled. So it's a total of 6 classes. If you're interested in that, let me know. Swimming, once again, we're going to start off with the Calgary JCC, and that's going to start on the week of September 5th. And once again, this year, we're going to have 2 classes. The first class is the noon hour class that runs on Wednesdays and Fridays from 12 to 1. And then the Thursday evening class starts at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So those are the 2 swims, and they're going to start up the week of September 5th. We're going to be returning to try it for the ever popular Saturday brick class, and the start date's going to be posted at a later time. We're still waiting for a couple things to be finalized for that, but that's going to be exciting. That'll be starting later on in the fall. Backed by popular demand, is the online swim class and online bike class. They're going to both start in mid-September. And new this year, we're going to have an online run class. So I haven't tried that yet, so let's try that. And that's also going to start mid-September. And I'll create a new page for all of these, so if you're interested in the online classes, just go click on them and the information will be there. They may not be up yet, but I'm going to do that in the next few days. So all that stuff is going to be coming. So just keep on going back to the website and clicking under classes and seeing what's there. And if you really have a question about it, just let me know. Just send me an email and I'll definitely help clarify any of your questions. I'm also going to do a new class. And so if you're new to triathlon and you're new to all this indoor training stuff, I'm going to do a 4-week online spin class that's targeted towards beginner cyclists so that they can kind of figure out, how do I use the trainer? How do I shift gears and what's cadence and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be a 4-week intro class for beginners who want to get into triathlon. So that's pretty much what we're doing for the fall schedule. There may be a couple things that we're going to add as well, but for now, as of today, that's what we're going to be doing. If you're planning on racing an Ironman, if you're looking for coaching, please consider No Limits. We're going to be starting to take new athletes in September. And like I said, if you look at the training camps we have set up, they're all targeted in a way so that you're going to do really well at an Ironman. So they're all in fantastic locations. They're going to challenge you both physically and mentally. And they're really fun. They're really, really fun. And they're, again, a great way to get yourself ready for an Ironman. But if you want to start getting coaching for that, I had an athlete ask me, Todd, when should I start training for my Ironman? If I were you, if you have not done an Ironman yet, start training. Let's start training tomorrow. Let's get this ball rolling. It's a long way to go. Like if I'm doing Ironman Canada, that's less than a year away. So now I've got like 11 months to get myself prepared for that race. So if you're just starting, give yourself as much time as you can so that you are in good shape. And believe it or not, that time goes by really quick. Like I can't believe I've done 13 of those crazy things, and it just goes by like that. Okay, so I think that's it for now. Oh, and again, if you see the camp that you want to be a part of, please send me an email and we'll get you on the list right away for those camps, because the size of the camps are really not that big. So we might have between 5 and 9 people in the camps. And once they're filled, they're filled. I'm not going to be taking tons of people anymore. So I'm not going to have 5 houses. We're just going to keep it small. So I just want to have a small little group of people, take them to cool places and have an awesome time. So if you're interested in one of those camps, let me know. Okay, that's it for now. Hopefully you enjoy the last few weeks of summer. I know we're going to before the kiddies start back to school. Who's excited for going back to school? I am. My kids are both going to new schools, which is exciting. And it's going to be great to get them back into the school and get their brains working again. Okay, so this is Coach Todd saying thank you very much and happy training. I'll see you in September.